Imagine a world where the process of evolution never happened. No survival of the fittest, no natural selection shaping life over millions of years. The idea seems impossible, but let's take a closer look at how life on Earth would be drastically different. Evolution theory has long explained the incredible diversity of life on our planet. From single-celled organisms to humans, everything has evolved through adaptation and natural selection. But what if this never took place? Without evolution, the very concept of biodiversity would change. There wouldn't be different species thriving in various environments. Would humans even exist? The reality is, without the process of human evolution, we wouldn't have the intelligence, tools, or societies that define our modern world. Think about it. Without Darwin's theory of evolution, how would life have adapted to changing climates, predators, or diseases? Perhaps we'd see a static world where organisms are stuck in a primitive state, unable to evolve to survive new challenges. The human evolution timeline as we know it, from apes to advanced civilizations, wouldn't exist. Early humans who adapted through natural selection might have been wiped out by predators or harsh environments. The use of tools, language, and fire, all of which arose thanks to evolution, would remain absent from our history. Could it be that without natural selection, life would have no diversity? The biodiversity of Earth, which gives us millions of species, might be reduced to a few simple organisms. Our planet would lack the thriving ecosystems we depend on for survival. This raises an even more terrifying question. Without evolution, would Earth be dominated by a single, stagnant species? Perhaps bacteria or another primitive life form would have taken control, unable to evolve beyond their basic functions. No humans, no animals, no plants, just endless, unchanging life forms. For us as humans, the consequences of no evolution would extend far beyond biology. Our technologies, innovations, and even society itself are products of human evolution. No evolution means no progress in medicine, science, or industry. Without biodiversity, diseases would be far harder to combat. In a world with minimal variation between organisms, a single virus could wipe out life. There would be no adaptation, no natural selection to weed out the weaker organisms. A pandemic could mean the end of all life as we know it. So, what's the takeaway? Without evolution, life on Earth would be stark, unchanging, and fragile. Our ability to survive, adapt, and grow comes from the very process that has shaped all living things for billions of years. Now let's consider the impact of no evolution on everyday life. One of the most fascinating things about natural selection is that it doesn't just shape animals or plants, it shapes everything. The food we eat, the medicines we rely on, and even the clothes we wear all exist because of the slow and steady march of evolution. Without evolution, agriculture would never have developed. Imagine a world without crops like wheat, rice, or corn. These staples of human diets exist today because ancient humans practiced selective breeding, an artificial form of evolution. In this alternate world, we might not have learned to farm at all. Human health would also take a massive hit. The development of medicines like antibiotics depends on our understanding of evolutionary biology. Diseases themselves evolve, constantly mutating to resist treatment. Without the tools provided by evolution theory, how would doctors and scientists fight off new viruses or bacteria? And let's not forget technology. Think about the advancements in materials, engineering, and science, all of which were developed by human minds that evolved through natural selection. Without that evolutionary spark, would we even have electricity, the internet, or space exploration? Now picture our social structures. Humans have evolved not only physically, but socially. The very concepts of cooperation, competition, and community are results of our evolutionary journey. In a world without these changes, societies might never have formed. There would be no cities, no governments, no nations. Just isolated groups of primitive beings struggling to survive. This brings us to the origin of species itself. Without evolution, we might be living in a world with only one or two forms of life. No biodiversity means no complex ecosystems. The rich environments we enjoy, forests, oceans, deserts, would lack the variety of life we see today. Ecosystems could collapse under the strain of a single dominant species, unable to adapt to environmental changes. In the end, it's clear that the theory of evolution is not just a biological process. It's the very engine that drives life forward. Without it, our world would be stagnant, unchanging, and ultimately unsustainable.